15 athletes were scattered around the room. Everyone was looking at Giga and Ariel. He told them, "We're gonna give you steroids." It was 1972 and Ariel was conducting a study on athletic performance with his research partner William Saville. On this particular day, the two men were offering the athletes an interesting proposition. Ariel explained that the study would last for 11 weeks. The athletes would lift weights for the first 7 weeks, and those who made the most improvement during that period would be rewarded with Dianabol, an anabolic steroid, for the final 4 weeks of training. What the athletes didn't know was that the researchers were lying to them. After the initial 7 weeks of training period, the scientists randomly selected 6 athletes as the winners. However, despite being told they were getting real steroids, the athletes actually received placebo pills. What happened next surprised everyone. 4 weeks later, when the researchers conducted the final test, the athletes set all-time personal records in every exercise tested. On average, they experienced a 7 times increase in their workout weights in nearly half the time. The evidence was clear. Every athlete got stronger simply because they believed they were on steroids. They expected to improve, and so they did. The placebo effect or placebo response occurs when a fake treatment improves a person's condition simply because the person has the expectation that it will be helpful. The placebo effect often gets a negative connotation because if a new drug doesn't work better than a placebo, then it doesn't actually work. So we tend to associate the placebo effect with things that don't work. This mindset can be useful for testing new drugs, but it tends to hide an important message. And that message is, the placebo improvements are still real improvements. Those weren't real steroids the athletes were given, but those were real gains that they made in the gym. Whether they lifted bigger weights because they actually took steroids or because they merely believed they took steroids, either way they lifted bigger weights. If you believe something works, then it probably works, but not for the reason you thought. When we believe a particular strategy works, we find ways to make it work. The power of the placebo effect, and more generally having the expectation of success, is that it pulls your mind into a focused state where you actively seek out all the reasons you will succeed. We all have a default level of performance. Most of our days are spent grinding away at an average speed, but I'm convinced that there's something more inside of us. Not just a little bit more, but much, much more. Imagine the results you can enjoy if you can just get your body, your mind, and your heart all rowing in the same direction. Imagine what kind of performance is waiting inside of you, if you can just find the courage and conviction to believe in it. As a great man once said, when starting something out, write 2 lists. One with all the reasons why you'll succeed in it, and one with all the reasons you won't. Choose one list to carry with you at all times, and ditch the other one for eternity. Alright kings, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please help me make better videos by sharing your thoughts and ideas down in the comments below. Thanks.